takes.
If they don't make it to the finals, then this might be one of the biggest L's in NBA history.
Hot topics.
Embiid never had the mentality to win a championship. I don't think he ever will win a championship.
The best analysis.
But Jokic, he might be the best player in the league this season. He really might be the MVP.
This is the Full Court Report.
And we're back. Episode number 4 of this 2025-2026 NBA season. How you fellas doing?
Pretty good. Can't complain.
I've been better. My Eagles just lost last night. So,
yeah.
Bit of a tough day, but it's all good.
Love to see it.
Now we can focus on purely basketball.
Yeah.
Well, somebody's
Under
team
the
is
weather.
still alive. Somebody's team
true.
didn't even have to play this weekend. I don't know.
Shout out to the
They'll be getting
Broncos.
sent home soon. Don't worry.
I'm liking the Broncos.
Oh boy.
Go Knicks, baby.
It should be interesting. The NFL wildcard weekend honestly was great, I thought. Like every game was really good.
Yeah, a
to
lot
be
of good
honest.
games.
So, shout out the NFL coming to the near end of their season, but this is the Full Court Report, so we're here to talk ball. And we did get some pretty big news, evident by Justin's background over there. Trae Young, he's headed to Washington. He's headed to the nation's capital. This past Wednesday, 4-time All-Star Trae Young was traded to the Washington Wizards for C.J. McCollum and Corey Kispert. Young spent 7.5 seasons in Atlanta, with what a lot of people think his crowning achievement being when he guided the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals during that 2020-2021 NBA season. That was his first playoff action also, and he was only 22 years old, so I think a lot of people kind of remember that run that team had. But honestly, outside of that, they didn't really have too much success while he was there in the playoffs. Yeah, I don't know. It's the end of an era. I feel like, Justin, you should start because, you've had a lot of run-ins with this guy being a Knicks fan. But I don't know. Why do you think Atlanta felt so comfortable trading Trae Young?
To be honest, I'm not really gonna hate on him too much as I normally would. I feel like he's gotten enough hate out of me recently, so we'll let him get off easy. But I feel like it was a mutual kind of thing, because from the outside looking in, it kind of felt like Trae Young had always been kind of feeling some type of way about the front office not getting him as much help as other stars, around his age were getting. Anthony Edwards was a couple years after him, but the Timberwolves have always been looking good since he's come around. Luka back when he was on the Mavericks was getting a bunch of help. They got Kristaps, had that 1 year with, I think Klay Thompson was there with Luka for 1 year.
Well, wait. Luka got traded last year, so I think that was the whole thing. Like Klay was deciding between the Mavs and the Lakers, and then
went to the Mavericks because
ironically
Luka
got traded.
Yeah.
In the middle of the season, so he only played like half a season, I think.
Okay. So yeah, I just feel like Trae Young probably felt some type of way, and at least this season, Trae Young's been out of the lineup for a little bit, and the Hawks have been playing honestly better without him. So I feel like this was just kind of good for both sides.
Yeah, kind of building on that. I feel like the leap that Jalen Johnson has taken this season is the reason that Trae Young was really on the block. Like there had been some talks about moving Trae Young maybe, or that his defense wasn't going to let him be the cornerstone of a franchise like the Hawks wanted him to be or something. But the leap that Jalen Johnson has taken to put up all-star numbers, I think he's averaging 23.5 points per game, 10 boards and 8 assists. He's putting up all-star stats, and the team has looked incredible without him, to the point where Trae's become expendable in a way that a player of Trae Young's caliber almost never is.
Yeah. I kind of agree with both of you. I think it felt like a mutual kind of thing. And we're in this new NBA era where, um, I think teams are much more likely to look for trades as well as players requesting trades and, moves actually happening. And I feel like it's just as, I don't hate it from the Hawks perspective. I feel like it's time for a new era. I think Spencer, I think you're right. I think Jalen is going to be like the new, I guess, big, guy on the Hawks, and they can sort of build around him. And I feel like with Trae Young, it's in order for them to have a winning team, you need a very specific, like, you need to obviously build your team around him. He's not a very good defender, so, you know, that's a big impact. You're going to have a lot of great defenders around him. Uh, players that can catch lobs and stuff like that. So I feel like it's much easier to start from scratch as opposed to rebuilding around him and maybe not getting to that promised land that they want to get to. So I understand it from the Hawks' perspective. I'm not getting into yet, what they receive back for it, but I think it was the right move to move on from Trae Young, and I still think the Hawks are in a pretty good spot as far as I like their young core, and I think they still have a pretty bright future over there.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys said, well, like you said, Justin, I feel like the Hawks have just simply been better without Trae Young, like at least this season. In the games that he appeared in this year, they were 2-8, and without him, they were 16-13. Not to mention their defensive rating was 129.8 with him on the court, and without him, it was 113. It's a 17-point difference. Like I don't know. Like I know we talk about him being like a bad defender, but he legitimately might be like one of the worst defenders in the NBA. Like, and that's not even an exaggeration. Like, just it's bad. But like you said, Spencer, Jalen Johnson has taken an all-star leap. He's averaging 24, 10, and 8 this year. I've always been a big Jalen Johnson fan, going back to when he was at Duke. And I even remember, like, I think his freshman season, well, the only season he was at Duke, there was like a whole bunch of like attention around like his personality and all of this stuff, like whether or not he would be able to like work out in the NBA. And I think he ended up like leaving Duke like in the middle of their season, and that raised a lot of questions. So it was just like a weird thing, but I was like, the talent is so obvious, like it's just a matter of time before he like figures it out. So I'm glad that he's finally like has the opportunity to demonstrate like what he can do. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like this was inevitable. Like it just felt like this was coming. You know, like they haven't really had a ton of success recently with Trae Young, and like I said, they've been playing pretty well without him. And like I mentioned this on a previous podcast, I think, because we've talked about Atlanta, but they do have New Orleans' first round pick this year. So, and New Orleans, I think, currently has or they're projected to go in the top three at least. So, I mean, that's a game changer as well. So it's like, yeah, you are getting rid of a guy who you've considered your franchise cornerstone, but you really could be drafting another one this summer because this draft is insane. So I don't know. The timing feels right, and like I don't know. I think a lot of people are making the return of McCollum and Kispert like, oh, it's you traded for these two for a guy that's been the face of your team for 7.5 years, but I think it's more so they just didn't want to have Trae Young around. They didn't want to pay Trae Young. Um, and CJ McCollum, after this season, is a free agent, so his money is going to be off the books. So they'll have some money to play with this summer. So I don't know. It just feels like the right move for Atlanta in every aspect, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think Atlanta had as much leverage in the trade as a lot of people think because Trae Young had, what was it, a player option for like 48 or 50 million or
Yeah.
something coming up. So, assuming he like activates that or just chooses not to and enters free agency, that guy's out of there and they kind of get nothing. So
Mhm.
they kind of had to make a move.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Um, yeah. Like I said, it's just he was a great showman. He was a great like a fan favorite for some people,
Hey, Justin.
but I don't know. Like I feel like his time there was kind of overrated. Like a lot of like I said, the success that he had that one season getting the Eastern Conference Finals was great, but outside of that season, the in his I guess 6.5 years there, they only won 3 playoff games, and I don't know, like that just it just doesn't. It feels like they view him more as like someone who achieved more while he was there. Um, and despite him being like regarded as like a great point guard, a great facilitator, they only had a top 10 offense 3 times in his career with the Hawks. So again, like it doesn't really feel like he was had that like Chris Paul level of elevating his teammates to, a great offense or like a James Harden or a Jokic or someone like that. And that's I think that's something that Washington now needs to consider of like how they're going to continue with their rebuild because it's like do you view Trae Young as your franchise player now or is he just a part of the equation and you want to like try and develop one of your younger guys or hopefully they get a top pick and figure out from there, but I don't know. How do you guys think Washington should proceed with their rebuild now that Trae Young is there?
I think you should use the rest of this season to try to feel out if Trae Young really is going to be the future face of your franchise or who does and doesn't fit on the roster next to Trae or the team's vision for the future. Because they have a lot of talent between Alex Sarr, Keyshawn George, Bub Carrington, Trey Johnson. Like they got some dogs. Definitely got some dogs.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. The Wizards in my eyes still aren't very competitive. Uh, I do feel like even though Jorie was just kind of, you know, talking down on his name, I feel like Trae Young can still be a big help in developing all those younger guys, Alex Sarr, Koulibaly, Carrington. Uh, the Wizards are a real young team, and I don't know. I feel like a guy who enjoys passing the ball and working with his teammates is only going to help, but I still don't even see this team sniffing the play-in for like 2 or 3 more years.
Really?
I could see them sneaking in next year.
Yeah, honestly.
They still have the pieces. I think this is a great. I think honestly, this is a really good move for the Wizards because I feel like they're in a nothing to lose situation where they can kind of like experiment with Trae Young, see how he works with Alex Sarr. Like I was saying before, I think Trae Young works best with lob threats. Um, so I think him and Alex Sarr being paired together will be a really nice combination. And then, like you said, Jory, if they're able to get a draft pick over the offseason, then I think this young core is in a really really good spot. I don't know if Trae Young's going to be that guy, that piece that's going to stay there like long term, but I think this is a good start to, um, I don't know, maybe somehow elevating Sar's career a little bit. Uh, Maybe they'll see like a little bit of playoff, you know, some playoff games next year, and then that'll be the start to, you know, a new Wizards team. So I think this is a really good move. Obviously, they didn't give up too much to get Trae Young, and they're already one of the worst teams in the league. I think, like you said, Jory, they just have to get some. They're a really bad defensive team, I think. So if they just get some, good defenders, put them around them, then I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be a playoff team.
Nobody's going to the Wizards though. Like they're not picking anybody up in free agency.
Well,
I
Really?
don't
Why
know.
not? Trae
Maybe
Young wanted to go
they
there.
can change the culture.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're not going to get like a superstar to get to go over there, but I think there's role players that this team can overpay and they'll like want to go. And like why not play for this like young team with like a really fun point guard who's going to get everybody involved with zero expectations too. Like you literally have like Toby said nothing to lose. Like you are already the worst team in the league, so you may as well just like you can't get any worse.
Yeah, either
But
Trae Young steps in and he's like Superman for the franchise and wills them to the playoffs, or they accomplish absolutely nothing and then people just write it off as it's the Wizards, so it
yeah,
doesn't
right.
matter.
But I honestly think like this team can grow like and don't get me wrong, Justin, like I didn't mean to make it seem like Trae Young's like terrible. Like he's an all-star level point guard. Like he's one of the better point guards in the whole league. But like I just don't view him as like, like I was trying to say, like I don't view him as like a franchise changing player who's going to like will you to the playoffs every single year. Like we can
Yeah,
compare him to
no, I get you.
Luca. Like Luca is I think on a different level, somebody like that. But
Yeah, I get you.
I will say
um
though, I don't think all of the offensive like woes or even the lack of success that the Hawks have had is necessarily all on Trae Young's shoulders. Like we talk about the duo between Trae Young and DeJounte Murray at the time. Like I feel like a lot of people were like, this mesh just isn't really working. And they put like a lot of assets and time into trying to make that work, and it kind of didn't. And I think he's going to be in a better spot to be successful on the Wizards than he was on the Hawks in a lot of those seasons.
yeah. No, I think he's really going to help like the development of like all those young guys that you said, Spencer, like Alex Sarr, Koulibaly, Trey Johnson, and I
I
think
think AJ
they're
Johnson as a sleeper
AJ
could
Johnson, yeah.
turn into a
I
dog too
liked
for
him
them.
out of the draft, but I feel like he hasn't done much.
Yeah, it's all
We'll
in the
see.
development.
Yeah, we'll see.
Same with
But
Bilal.
now, and you'll get another high pick. Like I said, dude, I cannot talk about enough like how good this draft is going to be, dude. I don't know how much college basketball you guys have watched this year, but it's like the top players. Like I think there's like a core four that a lot of people view as like Cam Boozer, Darren Peterson at Kansas,
Yeah,
AJ DeBansta at BYU, and then Caleb Wilson at UNC. Like those four players are like all like legit can be all-star players in the league like very soon.
I know for a
And
fact nobody coming from UNC is going to be a team franchise changing player in the NBA.
stop
okay,
the
buddy.
cap. Stop the cap.
But yeah, dude. So I'm excited for this draft. And I feel like whoever they end up with is definitely going to
Yeah.
help their team. But yeah, I mean,
Whichever
like
one
I
of
said,
those guys the Grizzlies end up with is going to be a dog.
but yeah, I mean, the bar, like I said, the bar is so low in Washington that like Trae is going to come in, and he's injured right now, so we don't even know like when he's going to be playing or when he's going to make his debut for the team. But like, even if they keep him out for a while and they just keep losing games, that's probably like ideal for this season. But like for next year, like the bar is just so low, like a play-in tournament appearance, like not even a win, would probably like get this fan base excited. Like finishing top 10 in the East is like enough for like a team that or for a fan base that hasn't seen like any winning really since what like
John
Russell
Wall.
Westbrook was there even with Bradley Beal and like, it's been some time. So, yeah. It should be interesting. Should be interesting. But yeah. All right. I feel like we talked about Trae Young enough. On to another point guard who's I don't even know, dude. I'm honestly we waited to do this podcast because Spencer said he couldn't do it yesterday, and I wanted him to be here to hear all of our takes on what's going on with Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies. Because on this past Friday, it was reported by Shams Charania that the Grizzlies are going to be entertaining offers to trade two-time All-Star Ja Morant. This is the first time that the Grizzlies have actually engaged in with other teams in trade talks for Ja. That being said, he's under contract with the Grizzlies through the 2027-2028 season, and this summer he's eligible to sign a 3-year extension with the team. So, I don't know, dude. Honestly, I kind of wanted to like run down his career a little bit, like not like every moment, but like I kind of want to just explain where I'm coming from and how I view it as someone who's not a fan of the team, that doesn't hold this guy like close to my heart like you, Spencer, and then you can respond as to why, you want to maybe keep him around. But
Yeah, I'll go last.
I think so. In 2020, he comes into the league. He's, immediately a great player, rookie of the year, all of that. Highlight dunks, like one of the most athletic players in the league. Just so much fun to watch. Then the next season, his in year 2, he leads Memphis back to the playoffs for the first time in I think 4 seasons. So like immediately he's making like an on-court impact with this team, demonstrating that he can be a franchise player. And then the following season, his 3rd season, is when he takes like a huge leap. He's all NBA second team. The Grizzlies, they tie their franchise record with 56 wins, and they win their first playoff series in I can't remember how many years, but he also won most improved that year. So again, like continuing to develop into literally one of the best point guards in the NBA. And then he signed a contract extension following that season. And then everything just went downhill. There was an incident where he like punched a kid during a pickup basketball game. Also, I didn't even know this story, but apparently he like threatened to like shoot a mall cop, like or a mall security person. That same summer, which I don't even remember that story, but I was like looking back and trying to like find stuff about it. But yeah, apparently that happened. Then there was the whole flashing handguns on Instagram Live. He did it once in a strip club in Colorado, and then the whole league was like, "What are you doing, Ja? You can't do this." Blah blah blah. And then I think they said he got like counseling and all this stuff, and then he did it again 2 months later. 2 months later, and I'm pretty sure he got suspended for like the following season because of that. And then there was an incident where he was following a game against the Pacers. Apparently, Pacers security said that there was like a red dot laser being pointed at them through Ja's SUV. So, and then this year, so again, like all of this is going on. And then I think, what was it, last season when Taylor Jenkins was fired? So last year, Taylor Jenkins, that was his only coach up until that point, Ja's only coach. Now they have Tuomasi Zalo, and they've kind of been like batting heads this season. Ja got suspended because he called out his coach to the media, basically saying like, you have to ask the coaches why I'm struggling, like, I'm not really the reason for this, basically, type of thing. But yeah, it's just been like, I don't know, just like watching him, I don't want to say fall off, because I still feel like he's a really talented player and he shows flashes of that from time to time, but it just feels like he lost the plot, like he lost like the priority of just being one of the best players in the league, and he hasn't really gotten back to that. So that's just how I see it, and I'm not rooting against him, but it's hard to like not be like, yeah, I see why Memphis wants to get rid of him, But as a Memphis Grizzlies fan, why do you think like they should keep him around?
I'm gonna like Toby and Sadovi go first
All right.
before I.
Yeah, I'll go, I guess. I've always been a fan of his game. Well, especially like a few years ago when he had that great season. It might have been year 2 of Ja. He was, some people were even saying he was in MVP talks and all that. And it sucks for the Grizzlies because I feel like right now he's in a spot where honestly they're probably not going to get like a whole lot for him. Just because of like Jorie said, all the off court antics, the guns, all that stuff, and not to mention injuries and not being able to stay on the court for that reason as well. So, I feel like the Trae Young trade, might somehow like influence other teams to be like, we can get this guy. We probably don't have to give that much. I think there's a lot more interest in Ja than there was for Trae Young. Across the league. I guess should I mention where I think he should go or where I think would be a good destination for him?
Let's wait before you. Let's
Okay.
Let's
All right.
give it a second. We can let Justin go and Spencer respond before we talk about that.
Yeah, I think just to wrap up, I think the Grizzlies should probably trade him. As sad as that is for, as a Grizzlies fan, I can see how you feel, Spencer. But I think they should probably trade him. I even heard things about Jaren Jackson Jr. He might be in trade conversations, which I think will be very likely if Ja gets dealt. That's the tough thing though. Is I think it's going to be tough to get a whole lot for him. I think there was I read something earlier today that there was an NBA exec, and he was saying that Ja is like, he's injury prone. He can't stay on the court. This guy's he's a problem. So I think that's kind of how a lot of other teams feel about him. And because of that, I think it might be tough to get a lot for him, but it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I'm really about to rage bait this guy Woods. Yeah, I think they got to get that felon out of there.
Oh,
criminal. Criminal.
Wow.
Beating up kids, pointing lasers at security guards. Guy wants to be King Von. Like, they got to get him out of here. But
I think it's a cry for help. Not to cut you off, but I think it's like I think there's other things going on.
Well, since Jorie wants to hold on to where we think he should go, just to kind of like foreshadow where I'm gonna say I think he should go. I feel like Memphis is not the place for him to be, considering, kind of what goes on in the city of Memphis and kind of just like the pop culture stuff that goes on around there. Like, you got a lot of rappers, Pooh Shiesty, a lot of people that might not be great influences in the same city. So I don't know. I feel like what you said, Toby, Ja Morant definitely has more value compared to Trae Young. I feel like, um, he can play both ends. He's still a great passer. Shooting might not be as impactful as Trae Young, but he's got it on him. Uh, I still think that, he's easily a top 5 most exciting player in the league. He'll definitely bring a lot of, like ticket sales, jersey sales to whatever team he goes to. But I feel like in Memphis's situation, might be best to go after draft picks than players if they were to deal Ja Morant, because at least in my eyes, for the last 20 years, I would go as far back to say is that, the Grizzlies are pretty solid at drafting. They've had multiple kind of different eras of Grizzlies teams where all the guys were drafted, like those clowns in your background, Woods. I'm pretty sure they were all drafted. I don't know about Dylan Brooks, but I'm pretty sure they were all drafted to the Grizzlies. You had the grit and grind Grizzlies, other than whatever that guy's name is, Zach Randolph. I'm pretty sure Mike Conley, Tony Allen. Actually, I don't know about Tony Allen. Marc Gasol. They were all drafted by the Grizzlies, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't know. I definitely think they got to get that guy out of there, but I don't know. I was going to say that I feel like free agents kind of avoid Memphis because of him, but I don't really think that's true. I was just trying to talk down on him as much as I could.
All right.
Here we go. The
I'm not
moment
gonna
we've all been
pretend.
waiting for.
I'm not gonna pretend like Ja hasn't created multiple public relations nightmares for the Grizzlies and his own like personal like staff. I'm also not gonna act like he doesn't just shoot himself in the foot constantly in the media, like pun intended, like all the time. But realistically speaking, Ja hasn't really done anything in like the last like few years other than be hurt. Like a lot of the problems that people keep bringing up are from like what, like 2, 3 years ago at this point. He's really just been like injured. And when it comes to like team success, since 2022, the last time that the Grizzlies went to the Western Conference semifinals, all Robert Pera and Zach Kleeman and the Grizzlies like upper management have done is point fingers around the team and play the blame game. And I don't think after getting rid of first Dylan Brooks, after he was talking about LeBron and all this other stuff, trying to improve the marketability of the team or whatever. And then he goes on to continue to make other teams and improve their culture, like the Rockets. And now he's having a career year on the Suns. Then you look at getting rid of Taylor Jenkins. They blamed him because the team wasn't going far enough, because the team wasn't succeeding. And the new system with coach Thomas Lasalo has been even worse. And then you look at them trading Desmond Bane for an aging KCP. The team is just going backwards. And the success of the team has been getting worse and worse and worse. And people don't want to watch the Grizzlies. You need a guy that's actually box office on the team to get enough people to watch the team to even get to be able to recruit free agents to the organization. If you get rid of Ja and you get rid of Jaren and you go back to square one, if they don't draft literally a top 10 player in the NBA, nobody's coming to Memphis. They have absolutely no hope of signing anybody worth anything to that team. Because as much as I like him, there is no way you're going to make Santi Aldama the franchise player of this team, and people are going to show up to games every night and want to see that. Like, he's a great player, but he's not Ja. Like, he's
About,
not, like, he's just not.
What about Zach Edey? You got Zach Edey.
I mean, Zach Edey's tough too, but realistically, unless that guy starts putting up Shaq numbers, like, he's not going to draw crowds. The Grizzlies have not been on primetime television anywhere close to what they were when Ja was doing what he was doing in like 2022, 2023. They have no shot at recruiting anybody, at winning games, or just generally making money if they get rid of this guy. Because whoever they trade him for, they're not getting a superstar back that's going to be as impactful to fans or to just like building a team culture. And I feel like that matters a lot more than just Ja's individual ability to go out and win a game for you on a night to night basis. Like, I definitely do wish he was healthier, that he had made better decisions off the court so he wouldn't be in this spot and the team wouldn't be talking about doing all these things. Because again, you guys are right with all the stuff that you brought up. It's hard as an organization to ignore the issues that he's created for himself off the court and how that reflects back onto the organization. But at the end of the day, they're only going to go backwards more if they keep pointing the finger around and blaming everybody on the team for what needs to be different rather than focusing on changes that they can make internally to put their players in the best position to be successful going forward.
You could probably buy a courtside Grizzlies ticket for like $40.
I mean, it's a whole lot cheaper than going to a Knicks game.
I mean,
That's a good point, though.
Bozo out of
yeah.
here.
No, I think you make valid points. Like, I think the reputation just follows him, like with everything that he had done in his past. But like you said, like it's been a number of years. We're like a number of years removed since a lot of the stuff that he was doing that was kind of like causing controversy in the media and everything. But like you said, like availability has been his biggest issue recently, and his games played since his last All-Star appearance in 2023. He played 9 games during the 2023-2024 season. He played 50 games last year, and this season he's only played 18 games. So, like, it's hard to, I don't know, it's just hard to evaluate him when he's just not really on the court very much,
That's
So,
definitely fair.
yeah, like I said, I think when you get the Shams report that somebody is on the trade block or like, whatever, teams are discussing a trade, it's hard to go back from that. So
Yeah.
I would honestly be kind of surprised if it doesn't happen, like if he doesn't get traded. But that being said, I don't look around the league and be like, "Oh yeah, this team needs Ja." Or this team would be like a great destination for Ja. You know? Like I
Yeah.
don't really see a ton of those teams, so it'll be really interesting to see like what I guess potential suitors he has in the trade market. But if you guys want to discuss some of those teams that you think he could go to, what do you think that is?
I'm excited to hear what Toby has to say. He's gonna come up with some crazy team.
I don't think it's too crazy. And they have been in talks recently. But I just think it'd be really fun to see Minnesota Ja on the Timberwolves.
Oh my goodness.
Never.
I think
No.
I feel like it could happen. I think they have the trade pieces to do it. And I feel like if you pair him and Anthony Edwards, like that's one of the most fun, exciting couple of players like you can get. I feel like Ja needs to be, not that this will impact his trade, but I feel like he needs to be on a contending team because it feels like he doesn't really have that same hunger that he did have when he arrived in the league. So I feel like with the Minnesota culture, especially if they can keep Julius Randle, uh, you know, their big men and Anthony Edwards, I feel like that's a really, really, really good team. And they're trying to compete with the Spurs and the Thunder. So I think that puts them in that, that's a step in the right direction for them. I also feel like it'd be interesting to see him on the Heat because I know that they've been in some trade talks recently too. And I feel like the Heat kind of has a culture where they're going to, what's the word? They're going to, put him on the straight and narrow, get him on the right path,
The Heat
make him work
culture.
hard. Yeah, the Heat
Yeah.
culture. Pat
That
Riley.
that was my pick.
Yeah,
gonna
I was
say-
thinking he too.
I'll let you discuss them a little bit more, but I think that would also be interesting destination for them. And same thing, I think they have a lot of pieces that they can trade, and obviously, I think the Heat always want to compete in the playoffs. So I think those two would be really nice destinations for Ja, and I think they have some trade pieces that they could offer the Grizzlies.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with Miami. Like you said, just the culture, Pat Riley, he's not going to tolerate no nonsense. Like he's not with that. So I think the Heat would be really good, but I've been seeing that, all of like the mock trade packages and all that stuff, they include Tyler Hero. Part of me wants to say that it would be tough to have them both because they're both ball dominant. Ja is a willing passer, but he kind of works best in like a pick and roll or like an ISO situation. And Tyler Hero is kind of the guy on Miami right now. But I feel like if they could keep him and maybe slide Andrew Wiggins out of there, I feel like Miami would stay competitive and the Grizzlies maybe not stay competitive, but they would have, a solid guy who can contribute to winning, if they decide to draft or if, whatever happens in the future. Andrew Wiggins is a guy that has gone to multiple teams and, uh, been a part of winning. So
I've seen like a lot of different destinations for Ja. I've seen the Heat. For some reason, I see the Kings a lot. I don't really see why the Kings would do something like that. I feel like they're just not really in a position to take on somebody like Ja. I mean, like maybe they could like bring him in and try and sell to the fan base that like he's our future and all of that. But I don't really know if they would do that. I feel like they don't really have the surrounding pieces to really build something with Ja. It would take a couple of years. But in my mind, I feel like there's really only like two places that make sense. And I don't even know if one of these teams would really trade for him because of how the success that they have had. And it's taken them some years to get to this point, and I don't think they would just want to blow it up. And that's the Toronto Raptors.
That's what I was thinking, Jorie.
I don't know. Like, I think you want to keep Scotty Barnes, you want to keep Brandon Ingram, but like, I don't feel like they are very, like, I don't know if they really care so much about moving on from someone like RJ Barrett or Emmanuel Quickly or some of their other younger players. So maybe, but again, like the Raptors have finally gotten to this point where they're like competitive and they're like trending towards the playoffs after all these years. So I don't know if they want to blow it up yet. I don't even know if that's really considered blowing it up, but we'll see. And the only other team really that I can like see trading for Ja out of desperation because of what the position they've found themselves in is the Milwaukee Bucks. And I think it's kind of like a last-ditch effort to convince Giannis not to like demand a trade out of Milwaukee, and like convince Giannis that they're gonna try and remain competitive throughout his entire career. But again, like I don't know how much that fit with those two players actually makes sense, and I really don't know how much Ja would come in and like make a major impact to where he helps them like dig them out of this hole that they found them in, because I think right now they're like 3 or 4 games below 500, so they've obviously had a tough stretch here with the Giannis injury and all of that. But I don't know, man. Like I really just don't look at any of these teams in the league and I'm just like, yeah, Ja could go there. Like there's just not a lot of teams that really need a point guard in general, and then secondly, a guy who's gonna really take the reins of your offense. Like just I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of different options come up potentially for trades. The Bucks, the Nets, the Heat. But I think in terms of Ja's individual success, like if he were to leave the Grizzlies and go somewhere else, like just for him, I think I'd want to see him on either the Raptors or the Heat. But in terms of what the Grizzlies could be able to get back, I'd rather them trade with either the Nets or the Bucks. The Bucks, out of desperation, might be willing to give up a lot more assets than some of the other teams, and the Nets just have so much stuff right now, and they're not really looking to win, that they might be more willing to make a trade that benefits the Grizzlies than say like the Heat or something, who are like in the mix of trying to make the playoffs, but aren't going to want to give up everything necessarily to blow up their team and maybe not make the playoffs this year.
I was saying this in the group chat. If Ja does go to the Nets, they gotta keep MPJ.
They
Ja,
got to trade
MPJ,
him.
and Claxton. That would be a nice trio.
Like I'm telling you right now, if they trade Ja and don't get MPJ or Claxton, I'm gonna be heated.
Well, nobody's
Like,
worried about
I
you.
think I don't think there's a player in the league that's more likely to be traded than Michael Porter Jr. I
like
don't. I
if
Really?
genuinely don't think there is. Yes, I really feel
MPJ
like
would be a tough pickup.
like I just view it as like his value to me is at an all-time high. Like maybe the highest it'll ever be in his career. And I'm not even trying to say like he's not like an all-star level player, but like he's literally having like a great season, and it would just be foolish for the Nets not to like capitalize. Cuz like really is he like the future of this team? Like I don't know, he's a lot older than the young core that you guys have. and you're not really like you guys are competitive. I really do like the Nets. Like you guys have a good foundation. I think Jordy Fernandez is a great coach, but like, is he really part
Facts.
of your future plans? You know, like, wouldn't you rather just try and get like a couple draft picks from him, for him, from a team or like some other young
I mean,
players?
MPJ getting traded from the Nets to the Grizzlies is the same thing at this point.
Well, yeah, I
If
don't
they're
know.
getting rid of Ja.
I don't know if he's gonna go to Memphis per se, but I think he's gonna get traded. Like regardless, like he might go to I don't know, like
The
Detroit.
Knicks. No,
Go to
no,
Golden
the
State?
Pistons don't
That
need
would
that
be
guy.
dirty.
No,
That
the
would be
Pistons don't need that guy.
disgusting if the Pistons managed to get him.
No,
Golden
You
State.
guys think LaMelo could get traded before the deadline?
nah, I don't
Mm.
think Melo's going. But Golden State, MPJ, Golden State.
I could see that. They think that seems like he would be able to fit in there.
Yeah, Brandon Pozemski straight up. Who said no?
I definitely
But
wouldn't
no.
mind trading MPJ, especially if we can get some like draft picks and stuff. But and you guys know me, I'd be devastated if we got rid of Cam Thomas.
Gosh.
If he was involved in a Ja trade, like I'd generally be sad.
Yeah, that'd make two of us.
But if Cam Thomas started balling out on the Grizzlies, dude, like I would be so sad. But yeah, I agree with Jorie. I don't think I would prefer right now just focus on the rebuild. I would prefer trading MPJ for more draft picks, maybe a couple other younger players. And like you said, I think we can definitely get a lot. He's averaging like 25, 26 points a game right now. He's already shown that he could be a great role player on a championship team. And I think he can, easily fit with any good offense. So I think I agree with that. I think that the Nets should definitely look to trade MPJ. For Ja Morant though, I don't really know. I'm kind of scared of that guy.
Dude, I gotta say though, the narrative or conversation around MPJ has been so annoying to listen to all year because everybody's like, oh my gosh, imagine if he went to like a contender, what would he do? He literally won a championship. I don't understand. Like, were you guys not watching the last 6 years of this guy's career? He was a good player on a great team, and everyone's like shocked that he's like went to a team where he has like the infinite green light and is putting up numbers. It's like, it's literally so annoying to listen to. I honestly can't.
You guys are
And
screwed.
I'm not even like,
Oh,
I'm not
Nah,
even trying to
Jorie,
say I'm hating.
you're just heated that you lost that Cam Johnson trade.
Yeah.
No.
That's all it is.
I can't. Hey man, the Nuggets. We got Peyton
They're hurt.
Watson, Player of the Week.
You already had Peyton Watson.
Player of the Week, Peyton Watson, baby. Somebody's gonna step up in his place. But no, in all
Fair
seriousness, like, I don't know. That was just been very annoying to hear because it's like obviously, like he already demonstrated that he was a great player on a good team or a great team. Like it's just stupid. Everyone's like shocked.
Now that he's got his ring, he's just playing for the love of the game. Just straight buckets.
But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. The like January 15th is like I think when a lot of players become like eligible to be traded. Like I think like players that signed, like someone like Jonathan Kuminga, who like signed his contract extension with the Warriors like later in the offseason will be eligible to be traded on the 15th. So I feel like that's when we're going to start seeing a lot of stuff happen. So in the next couple of weeks, just get ready. Because I feel like we're going to see a lot of movement. But yeah.
Jonathan Kuminga's about to go to the Nets. Sounds like.
I don't know about that, but
Oh my gosh. Get him out of Golden State, man. Please.
Yeah.
Free him.
Yeah. All right. Well, I said my piece. I don't know if you guys have anything else before we go to Justin.
Get
I
that
don't think so.
bum
I'm just
out.
excited. I'm just excited to see all the moves. By the time we have our next episode, I think there's going to be a few trades that we can talk about.
Yeah, definitely. All right, Justin, take it away.
All right, gentlemen, it's game time. We've done this before. Gonna be playing the green glass door, rhyming accidentally. Uh, you guys are gonna guess players, uh, and try and guess what category that they all fit in. I'll give you one example of somebody who can go through the green glass door, but you guys are gonna have to guess players. I'll say yes, they do, no, they don't. And then once you feel like you have an idea, I'll give you three guesses on what the category is. If you don't get it, I win. If you do get it, you win. We're gonna do 2 rounds, possibly, depending on how long it takes. But one guy that does go through the glass door is I'm gonna give you a funky one. Wendell Carter Jr.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do you give us someone who doesn't, or do
Nope.
we have to guess?
He's one guy who goes through. You guys got to figure it out.
All right, can I guess a player?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Just start
go
yelling
ahead.
them out.
Bill Walton.
Bill Walton.
Bill Walton. Oh gosh.
I'm gonna have to look this one up.
Well, first instinct.
No, no.
No. Okay.
First instinct is college. Wendell Carter Jr. went to Duke. Bill Walton went to UCLA. So
Okay.
does Paolo go through this green glass door?
Does Paolo go through the green glass door?
I probably should have picked someone else because they're also Magic teammates.
Yes.
Yes, he does. All right, someone name another Duke player. Does Grayson Allen go through this
Ooh.
green glass door?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Ah.
Does Brandon Ingram go through the green glass door?
Yes.
Does Jason Tatum go through the green glass door?
Yes.
Okay. Dude,
Hey, Kyrie.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
All right. I think we know this one.
Somebody want to say it? Do we already say it?
You say it. You say it. It was your
Yeah,
idea.
Is
up with
it
it.
players who went to Duke?
Yes.
Jorie, that was a snipe.
Yeah, that
was
was
Well, I
so
mean, that
snipe.
was just
Off the
Yeah, I don't
first guess.
That's funny.
What a dub.
Boo.
Well,
Yeah.
no, you helped out by saying I don't know why I thought that. Well, that was a lot faster than you probably expected.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lot faster. All right. The second group of players. You know what? We were talking about him. Trae Young does go through the green glass door.
Trae Young. Let's think about Trae Young for a second.
Does Steve Nash go through the door?
Let me check.
Getting like good passing point guards.
No. Trae Young or
Ooh,
Steve Nash did not.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, well that get rid of like assist leaders, basically.
Does
Guys
Nee
who
Robinson
collect
go
leading
through?
assists. Nate Robinson. Well, imagine he says yes.
No.
Okay. It's not a height thing. I know that.
Not a height thing. Let's see. So it's not passing. It doesn't have to do with height. Does
Does
Kinda
Luka Doncic go through?
No.
I was thinking
All right.
Luca. I was thinking Luca too.
Okay.
So it's not draft class.
Yeah.
What kind of shoes does Trae Young wear?
I think he just signed a Jordan brand.
Does
But
Does
Luka
Michael
signed a Jordan
Jordan-
brand
Oh,
too.
Luka,
So
yeah.
it can't be Luka.
Does Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan? Yeah, why not? Michael Jordan. Does Michael Jordan go through the door?
No.
All right.
Hmm. Does James Harden go through the door?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Harden
So what do Harden and Guy have in common?
and Guy.
Hmm.
They
3-point
Hmm.
shooting? Nah, but Luca.
Hmm.
hmm.
I don't know.
They both hmm. That's tough.
Did Trae Young go to college?
Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Harden went to Arizona State.
Yep.
Harden played
Hmm.
in Houston, Brooklyn, Philly, OKC, LA.
Mhm.
This is a tough one.
Harden.
Maybe. No, never mind.
Hmm.
You gotta guess more players. Guessing players is gonna help.
Does Ja Morant go through the green glass door? All right.
Does Jeremy Lin go through the door?
Shh. Let me check.
All right, so I have an inkling on
Like it has to be. Oh damn! I don't know.
Hmm.
No,
All right,
Jeremy Lin does not pass through the green glass door.
we know that
Actually, yes, he does. Jeremy Lin does pass through the green glass door.
Okay, now I'm lost.
What?
So we
I
got
had to look it up. I had to look it up.
Trae Young, we got Harden, and we got Jeremy Lin. What do all those guys have in common?
Keep guessing players. The more players you get, I may have goofed this one. I may have.
So
goofed
is this
this one.
impossible to guess?
No, it's not. No, it's not. You guys were on the right track for a second, but that was also the part that I goofed.
Jalen Brunson.
No, Jalen Brunson, no.
All right, so he knew that right off the bat. He didn't have to look that one up.
Here, give me 1 second. I gotta plug in my laptop. This thing is no battery life.
Yeah, that's what happened to mine earlier. As soon as we started the game, I hit 10%.
Ooh, I have a snipe of a guess.
Go for it.
Like the thing or a player?
Player. Does
All right.
Anthony Bennett go through?
Sheesh. I don't think so. I'll tell you that, but let me look it up.
All right. All right, never mind.
I don't.
Nah, it
think
could be a
so.
snipe. You never know yet.
Anthony Bennett, you say?
Anthony Bennett.
Dude, this doesn't
Brooklyn
help.
Nets legend.
No.
All right, here's what I'm thinking. Jeremy Lin played. Wait, no. Did Jeremy Lin
Played
play
for
in Atlanta?
Harvard. I don't think he did.
No, I think he did. I think he did.
Harden didn't play for Atlanta.
Harden is the Magic City King. The Magic City King. No, I think.
Jeremy Lin.
Well, no. he
Did
didn't
Jeremy Lin play in Atlanta? I feel like he did.
Did he?
He did.
Remember
Oh,
when he had
sniped by
those
you guys.
crazy like haircuts? He was changing his haircut. like,
Yeah, I do
He
remember
played
that.
51 games, but I don't know where I was going with that one. Maybe like the division. But
You guys were like burning hot. You can hear me, right? Yeah, you guys were burning hot for a second. But that is also where I kind of messed up because there was something I didn't know that Trae Young did.
Could it
So
be
it's
like,
stat based.
I think it's stat based. I definitely think it's stat based. I was thinking like maybe turnovers, but I don't
Is
know.
it double digit turnovers in a game?
No,
All
I'm
right.
lost.
Hmm.
has to do with has it doesn't have to do with stats. Has nothing to do with stats. You
Hmm.
guys literally said it.
Okay.
What? We
I
literally
think
said
Jorie said it. I think Jorie questioned if this was the category.
what? Wait. What did I say? I don't even remember.
Does Trae Young have a baby mama? Okay, never mind.
Wait. Now I have to think.
Um,
Shoes. I mentioned shoes, but
what is it? Adidas athletes?
oh, it's Adidas.
Former Adidas athletes?
Is that a guess?
Yes.
Yes, that's what it was. Where's
Oh,
But
okay.
I didn't
Trae
know
Young
he
was
switched to
for
Jordan.
Jordan threw me off.
I had no idea he switched to Jordan.
When
Yeah,
did
this
that
guy.
happen?
That would have been the first thing I guessed.
Yeah.
You guys are bastards figuring
It
me
said
out.
he signed a multi-year sneaker deal with the Jordan brand in November 2024.
Yeah, this guy's not up to date.
November 2024?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Where have you been, buddy?
And I'm usually the guy who pays attention to that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's outside of
well,
my like
let
I
me
don't know any of that stuff.
all right, all right. I already got another category locked in.
All right.
Let me get some guys. Let me get some guys.
Oh my God.
I already know the category.
What is it?
I'm not gonna say it until
No,
you
say
know
it.
the guy.
You're gonna switch the category if Toby guesses right
Facts.
before it starts.
Isaiah Thomas. Our generation Isaiah Thomas
I
goes through the green
see.
glass door.
Does Nate Robinson go through this door?
Um, Let me look.
You got to think about it.
Yeah, I do got to think about it. I can't remember.
So it's probably not height then.
No, it's not. I'll give you that one.
I was guessing Spud next.
Muggsy Bogues.
No,
Facts.
Nate Robinson does not fit through, but let me check Spud Webb. Let me see if he does. Uh,
Think I have an idea.
uh, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say Spud Webb does not.
I'm
Or
gonna
no, he
say
does.
no.
He does go through. He does go through. My bad. He does go through.
Okay, so we got IT and we got Spud.
What about the original IT?
Let me check.
Gotta add,
I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna guess
we gotta
no.
guess a big man.
The OG Isaiah Thomas does go through.
Wow.
Does Joel Embiid go through?
No.
Okay.
Does Zach Risachet go through?
What a pick.
Because I have an idea in my mind.
No, he does not.
Bud Webb, Isaiah Thomas, and the other Isaiah Thomas.
Hmm.
And Zeke.
Carmelo Anthony, does he go through?
No.
Off
LeBron
the
James,
dome.
does he go through?
No.
Does Mike Conley?
No.
What?
Hmm.
John Stockton.
Ooh.
It has to be point guard related.
Does Leandro Barbosa go through?
Leandro.
John
Barbosa.
Stockton does. Leandro.
All right, we got to start thinking. Of some
Barbosa.
stuff.
No, Leandro Barbosa does not. Chew.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Does it have to do with like steals?
Rajon Rondo.
Yeah. Yeah, Rondo definitely does.
So
Can any of these
Stockton,
players go through the door like multiple times?
Go
Like,
through the what?
I'm saying, like, if it's like a stat thing, like, do they qualify like more than once to go in this room, or is it like a one-off? Like, once you're in, you're in. Can I even ask that?
Um, I don't really know what you mean, but I'm gonna say that this category is kind of like a periodic thing. Like it may not have been their whole career, but it was a majority of their career.
Is it like an assist to turnover ratio thing?
That's the only hint you're getting, Bozo.
No, I'm talking to them. Like, what do you guys
Maybe-
think?
Assist to turnover.
let's just think about the players we named that went through.
Rondo, Stockton, Isaiah Thomas. Three
Yep.
great passing point guards.
Both Isaiahs.
Spud Webb.
Spud Webb. I don't think Nate Robinson went through.
No, he didn't.
But those players were better passers than Nate Robinson.
Free throw shooting, but Rondo, I don't think was a good free throw shooter. Yeah.
All those players were all-stars except for Nate Robinson, too.
Spud Webb was an all-star?
But I said Joel Embiid, and he didn't make it through. So I don't think it can be all-stars.
Yeah.
All-star, it could be like all-star point guards.
That's true.
I don't know if Spud
was
Webb
an
did, though.
all-star. Yeah. I don't think he was. Could it be...
All-NBA team?
I don't think so.
All-NBA point guard?
Maybe all NBA defense.
Isaiah Thomas,
Oh yeah,
Thomas
our
is definitely
Celtics
not
IT probably wasn't on that.
Definitely not a defensive guy.
Does Steph Curry go through?
No.
Okay.
Does
How about the legend Darren Williams?
No. Your boy
It's quick.
Peyton Watson does though, Jory.
Peyton Watson?
And now,
Yeah,
I'm,
okay.
now I'm
Yeah,
confused.
now I'm lost.
And so does your boy Desmond Bain.
Oh man,
It has to be like an
does
accessory.
Ray Allen go through?
Who?
Ray Allen?
Yeah.
What about Jaeger Dioman?
Who is even that?
Who is
This
even
guy.
that?
This guy.
I thought that was Igor Demon.
Yeah, but I was pronouncing it correctly.
Yeah, he does.
He does?
Yeah.
I think it's an appearance thing because Justin can just tell off what he looks like.
It could be like their number, maybe.
Single
Yeah.
digit numbers.
Single. Oh, okay.
Single digit or maybe even numbers.
All right, which one?
Well, Steph is what?
Oh yeah, Steph is 30. So
30.
it wouldn't be even.
But
Single
Desmond
digit
Bain's
numbers.
22, so that's even.
Oh.
Or
Well,
wait,
what does he wear right now? Doesn't he wear
does
like
he wear
number
like
3?
either
I think?
3 or 9 or something?
Yeah, I think he wears like 3, if I'm not wrong.
It's an odd number now.
Yeah,
Wait,
he wears 3 in Orlando.
Jory, turn to the side real quick.
He wears 8. Peyton Watson wears
Okay,
8.
all right.
It's single digit numbers
It's got to be single digits.
because
Is that a
Rondo's
guess?
not. Yeah.
No, that's not it.
Wait, what did John Stockton wear?
Wait, you said Ray Allen made it though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was.
So Ray Allen was
34.
which Ray Allen makes it?
Literally all of them. His whole career.
Okay.
I don't think it's like a.
All right, I'm stumping you. I like this.
No, I don't think it's a stat thing.
It's not a stat thing. It's definitely not.
It's not a
Players
headband
that
thing.
wear shooter sleeves,
No,
shooting sleeves.
no. Toby
That-
goes through the green glass door.
What?
Players that wear
Players-
headbands.
Players that
Players that can't shoot.
Toby goes through the green glass door.
Players that double sock.
Players that need a haircut.
Nah, don't get a haircut.
Wait, does Spencer go through?
No,
Does Jorie go through?
no.
What is this?
Yeah, like what is this qualification?
You
Do
go
you
through?
go through?
No.
Toby.
Only Toby.
All right, wait. Chris, hold on here. It has to be named then. Like, is there like a right?
Austin Reeves goes through.
Austin Reeves.
Wait. Nah, never mind. I thought I had
What do
it.
you have in real common with Austin Reeves, Rajon Rondo, John Stockton?
Vince Carter at the beginning of his career.
What?
This has to be something so specific.
The beginning of his career.
Only the beginning. Does
like a
Tracy
majority
McGrady go through the door?
Let me check.
Raptors, Vince. Players.
Wait a second.
Uh,
Nah, never mind.
Peyton Watson go through. That's my biggest thing.
Like when they were born? Like what month?
I'm gonna say T-Mac does. I'm gonna say T-Mac does go through
Guys' birthdays.
for most of his career. There were parts where he might not have, but he does for the most part.
All right, so it can't be birthdays if that's not going to change.
Michael Jordan goes through.
Is it bald? Like
No.
Toby?
No.
Bald?
Yeah. That's a toupee.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe not right now, but Kristaps Porzingis went through for a majority of his career.
It's more confusing with every.
Yeah,
player
every
here.
time we add someone to the door.
Kristaps Porzingis.
It's a thing that you can tell immediately. Like you wouldn't have to. I mean, I have to look it up because I need to make sure, but like you could just tell. Like you don't need to think.
I'm telling
Players
you, it
with
has to be, like,
insane aura.
appearance.
No,
That wasn't a guess. That wasn't a guess.
because that's debatable.
Players with no facial hair.
Yes,
Oh, snipe.
Jorie Mickens. Yes.
Damn.
Oh,
That was a
That was a
snipe.
good one.
That was a hard one.
I was
Nope.
gonna
I
say
knew it was
Jokic.
appearance.
I was gonna say Jokic, but he's been rocking the beard recently.
Desmond Bain has a mustache.
No beard though.
So just no beards.
Yeah, kind of, because everybody's got a mustache for the most part.
All right, I see.
Yeah.
Gosh, that was
That was a good
That
one.
was a good one. That was a good one.
Oh man.
Because like Rondo for like a hot minute was kind of rocking a goatee, but I was like, for that guy's whole career, basically, he was clean shaven.
I mean, Michael Jordan with the mustache.
Yeah. That's what I mean, though. Like, he didn't even really have that mustache the whole time.
Just in the Haynes commercials, mostly.
Yeah, I bet you really remember those.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But yeah, that's all I got for you.
All right.
All
Good
right.
job. We got all
That
three.
was fun. That was good.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah, Jorie cheated on that first round, though.
Dude. No, I'm just like
The
that.
ball knowledge.
Off Wendell Carter Jr., he knew.
Well, that was like the only thing. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I should have picked a better guy. I was trying to throw you off by picking somebody who wasn't like an all-star guy kind of guy, but you just knew you were on me. Pause.
All right. Well, this is good. This is a solid episode.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Like Toby said, I'm sure we'll see some trades here in the near future and we can come back and discuss those. But yeah. Any parting words?
Go Niners.
Go Niners.
Niners.
Yeah.
Grizzlies, don't trade John, ruin my life.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Niners, in the NFL.
The Texans are playing.
Yeah, 7-6. Texans are up.
Ready.
Texans have turned the ball over 3 times, or CJ Stroud has, I think.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I just want to say Happy New Year. I think this is our first episode of 2026.
That's true. Yeah.
So hopefully everyone had a good one.
Hope you're all sticking to your New Year's resolutions.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
trying.
Yep.
Cool, man. Well, yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. Thanks for tapping in.
Always. Until next time, we'll be seeing you.